Hey guys, how's it going? So, today I am going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called Evospace. Don't mind the fact that the game looks like it's running at like 5 FPS in the background. For some reason that is just the way that the game behaves. When you alt tab the game. So I can't do anything about that. In a lot of games you can set the frame rate which the game runs at in the background, but in this game you can't do that. So in any way, any time that you alt tab the game seems to run at like 5 FPS basically, but that's fine. Um, So in any way, today I'm gonna do a first impression let's play review. That means I'm gonna play the game for an hour or more until I am satisfied that I can give you my opinion or my recommendation on the game. The game costs 12.5 euro or $15. So we will go with $15 since that's slightly more than 12.5 euro. So $15, that's very cheap for most games. This game is created by a solo developer as far as I can see, and the game has actually been in early access since 2019, February. So this game has been on Steam for uh, over 6 years in early access, and obviously the developer has been developing the game for longer than that, obviously. Um, so yeah, it's a solo developer game, and it's been on Steam for over 6 years in early access. Which is interesting. I had a look at the screenshots. I requested the game on this one key mailing website where I get a lot of my keys, and yeah, the developer sent me a key. So today we're going to be checking out the game, and yeah, with all of my first impression let's play reviews, I'm going to be playing the game for an hour or more. I'm gonna be giving you my running commentary as I play through the game, but if you are in a hurry and you don't want to watch the full 1 hour or more of the video today, then you can simply skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video. I will put a timestamp for you guys in the description below. And you can just skip to that timestamp if you only want to hear my quick, concise, final opinion on the game at the end of the video. And obviously, I will be summarizing my thoughts and telling you whether or not I can recommend the game for $15. But otherwise than that, like I said, I'll be playing through the game and I'll be giving you my running commentary as I play through the game. And I'll be telling you what I think is good and bad about the game. So, first off, it's a solo developer game. So we really can't expect too much from this game. Obviously, any solo developer game um, isn't going to be as good, I would say, or as uh, have as much content as a game that is developed by a team of people, obviously. That much is pretty much self-evident, you know. But since the game costs $15, I absolutely expect the game to have $15 worth of content and polish and enjoyment and all of that kind of stuff. Because if you're spending $15, it doesn't matter if it's a solo developer game or a game developed by 1,000 people. It doesn't matter. It's still $15. So it is going to have a certain amount of polish and a certain amount of playability and a certain amount of content. So the options menu is fine. It's totally fine. I don't really have any real issues here. The fact that the game doesn't have, from what I can tell, doesn't have audio in the main menu is a little bit strange. There's absolutely no music in the main menu. So we will see when we get into the game. But yeah, it's a little bit strange that the developer doesn't have any music in the main menu whatsoever. But yeah, I don't really see any real issues with the options. I would like to perhaps have dual key bindings over here. The dual key bindings are always nice. I don't know how difficult they are to implement, but the developer should think about adding dual key bindings over there. The game does not have anything like FSR or Nvidia DLSS or anything like that, so there's no upscaling or downscaling. But the game can run at the native resolutions, so that looks fine. I'm running it at 2K resolution, so we will be seeing once we actually get into the game if the game runs well or doesn't run well. We will just have to see that. We might turn it up to epic once we actually get into the game, but for now I just have the high preset selected. So anyway, let's jump into the game, create map. Okay, the zooming in and out is in reverse for some reason. Why is the zooming in and out in reverse? That's very strange, but okay. When you scroll your mouse up, it actually zooms out, and when you scroll your mouse down, it zooms in. That's not the way it should be, but then anyway. Let's randomize the seed a little bit. Oh, the map generation is very fast. I like that quite a lot. So I don't know what the game, like how the game is going to be. Do you want a lot of water on your map, or don't you want a lot of water on the map? Plains and coast. Let's go for that. Little bit less water, because I really don't know if water is going to be good or not. You like, do you want water or don't you want water? I'm not sure. Let's randomize it. Okay, that has a lot of water. That also pretty much has quite a lot of water. Almost half of the map is water. This one is pretty good. I would maybe want water on both sides of the map, maybe, if at all possible. Oh, that one has very little water. I hope that will be good. Like I say, I don't know if you're gonna need a lot of water or not. In most games, water is a hindrance. You know, you have to build over the water and stuff like that. So, and then what's this? Can we move this or not? No. Options. Let's have a look over here. Or labels, description, percent. What does this do? Okay, so those are the elements. Bauxite, magnetite, coal, calicopyrite, calcoprite. I'm pretty sure that's not a real ore. I've never heard of that, but anyway. Pyroplatite, pyroplatite, yeah. Malachite and cinnabar and pyrite and bauxite, those are real ores, but pyroplatite and copyright. That just sounds weird, but anyway. What's this? Fertile soil? What does this do? Okay, so there's soil fertility in the game. That's interesting. Oil source. Okay, so there's 2 oil sources. Ore cluster. Okay. So, okay, that's fine. Let's go with this one. Create. The map generation is very fast, and loading into the game is actually also very fast. Oh, we finally have music. The mouse feels a little bit weird. Why does the mouse feel weird? Almost feels like there's mouse smoothing or something like that. Let's make it a little bit faster. Obviously this would depend on your mouse's sensitivity. Okay, that sounds seems fine. The game is actually running very low, like graphically, it's running very low. I obviously have a 5080 RTX with a 5700 X3D, and it's not even using 30% processing power, and I am recording as well. So it seems the game runs very well. We can maybe turn it up to epic. Let's have a look. Settings, graphics, epic. Game is probably gonna stutter or just freeze a little bit there. 60 FPS. Okay, now we're using 40% GPU. Not much of a difference, to be honest. Okay, so is there gonna be a tutorial? Can we loot stuff? Left click? No. E. E does something. What does E do? E opens your inventory for some reason. How do you loot stuff? It would be super fantastic if there was a tutorial. Can you sprint? Okay, yes, you can sprint with shift. You can jump. The game really doesn't have like a lot of sound. Like when you fall, you hear the footsteps, but you don't hear anything when you're jumping. You don't really hear anything when you're running. And the game had music literally right there at the beginning, but now I'm not hearing any music. Let me turn up my Windows audio a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now I'm hearing a little bit more. Okay, I keep pressing E trying to loot stuff, but E opens your inventory for some reason. What does I do? Oh, I does nothing. So why did the developer put E as opening your inventory? I don't like that. Let's change that. Toggle inventory. Just 1 second. Just checking something. Okay, so toggle inventory is I. Sprint is F. No, sprint is shift. Yeah, you see, there's sprint and then there's also sprint here at the top. So that's what I was talking about with dual key bindings. Dual key bindings is very good, but they should be next to each other. They shouldn't be like that on top of each other. Okay, I'm pressing I, nothing is happening. I'm pressing E, nothing is happening. So why does E or I now no longer do anything? Literally pressing I doesn't open your inventory and pressing E doesn't open your inventory now. What the hell? Okay, let's change that back to E. Okay, now E doesn't do anything, I doesn't do anything. So why? So now I can't open my inventory at all. What's going on? Let's make that I again and then reset it. See if that works. Nope. I'm pressing I and I'm pressing E. Nothing is happening. My inventory is not opening up at all. So we encountered our first bug, it would seem. So if you change the controls, the game bugs out a little bit for some reason. Sometimes if you save, it will fix the issue. So save world, save, and then load. The game doesn't have loading. Okay, why does the game not have loading? So that means that the game doesn't have multiple save states. That's bad. I don't like games that don't have multiple save states because that means that if you fuck up, then you can't go back. So if you fucked up, then you can't go back to a previous point, which obviously is not good. Okay, let's try E. Okay, now we can open our inventory again. So yeah, saving and loading fixes that, but it is still a bug that shouldn't be present in the game. After 6 years of being on early access, I would expect the game to have very, very few bugs. But yeah, we've discovered our first bug in the first 5 minutes. So I still don't know how to loot stuff. I'm left-clicking, right-clicking. The game has no tutorial, which isn't good. All games should have a tutorial, so let's have a look here. Oh, do we need to follow this shit over here? First, locate copper ore. Gather the copper ore. How the fuck do you gather it? You can't just say, like, gather. You need to tell the player how to gather. It's a fucking tutorial. That doesn't help me at all. That's like fucking having a car building game and then like step 1, buy the parts. Step 2, build the car. That doesn't fucking help you. You're supposed to guide the player step by step. Researchers J, we might need that later. R for recipes. G to throw an item. So R and J. G. So gather, say gather. Let's find an ore. I don't know, is this, okay, that's a rock. Calcoprite. Okay, so this is calcoprite. Small rock. I can't even pick up the small rock. How the hell? Like, I'm left clicking, right clicking. E opens the inventory. I don't think there's anything I can do over here, is there? Multi-tool? What's that? Multi-tool? Ah, okay. Ah, okay. And And then what? Oh, okay, so that's how you mine stuff apparently. So that we just have to figure out on our own apparently. Sometimes it takes a long time and then sometimes it doesn't take a long time. Why? Like the progress bar isn't like just there. It took like more than a second, and then other times it takes like half a second. Why is that? Why is the time that it takes to loot something or to harvest something variable? It shouldn't be variable. It's very weird. So basically you just press and hold left click and then it loots the stuff. It seems the game is voxel-based, so that's nice. I like that. It gives you a nice amount of freedom. It's always nice if you can actually have an impact on the game, you know. It feels nice, like in Minecraft or anything like that. If you can actually like have an impact on the game, I like that, on the game world. Oh, okay, and that's how you mine a stone. Okay, and then it breaks, so it can only give a certain amount apparently. Can you mine a tree? Okay, yes, you can mine a tree apparently. I don't know what you do with the mushrooms. There, let's collect a little bit of wood. Wow, that one broke in a single hit. Why does it... Like, both of those trees gave 21 wood. But the first one broken in a single hit. That one only gave 9 wood. That one gave 18 wood. That one gave 15 wood. Okay, that's strange. So some of them give 9 wood and some of them give 21 wood. So there's a huge variance in the amount of resources which you can get. That previous one I killed in a single hit and it gave 18 wood. I do not understand how any of that works, but okay. Okay, so we've got a nice amount of resources now. Our quest, I'm not even going to call it a tutorial. Our quest says locate copper ore. Malachite or chalcopyrite. Gather copper ore. Use basic blocks from your inventory to create a platform for convenience. Craft a furnace and a smelter. Place the smelter above the furnace. Put fuel into the furnace and place the copper into the smelter. Once the smelting process is complete, collect the copper ingots. Like, why can't this stuff be like pinned, you know, pinned to the top left or the top right or whatever, you know? Because now you're gonna have to open up your menu over here every time that you want to have a reminder, you know. So let's see, do we have copper? No. No, we don't have copper, so we need to have a look. Bauxite, okay, well, we might as well harvest the bauxite. I don't know how many these nodes will give. Is it infinite or... It might be infinite. Like the rocks obviously aren't infinite. But those ones might be infinite, I'm not sure. Doesn't seem that the game has like enemies or anything like that, or animals or anything like that, you know. If you think about a game like Satisfactory, for instance, that game does have like obviously enemies and stuff like that, and you can also kill them and harvest them for resources. What's this? Malachite. This one will probably also be infinite. I think these types of nodes are probably infinite. Maybe you need to build a miner on top of them like you do in Satisfactory. Not sure. More holy shit, I can't say that. Calcoprite. Getting a little bit of clay as well. I really hope that this music is copyright free, because I will not be happy if I get a claim on this video. Okay, there's more malachite here. Magnetite. We can like collect 50 of each, I guess. And then we can take it back and try to process it. Pyrite. I'm pretty sure these nodes are infinite. So I guess maybe the point is to build a miner in order to extract these, and then you process them. Ruby, we don't have that yet. The music just stops sometimes. Like, I don't understand why. Oh, okay, where was our base? Over there. Doesn't seem that the mushrooms actually give you anything. Okay, so what's this thing over here? Copper spawner, info, middle mouse button. A block for setting the player's respawn point. Okay, so it's just a respawn thing in case we die. I don't know how you can die in the game. Maybe like, maybe if you drown yourself or something like that. I'm not sure. Okay, so how do we build stuff? Okay, stone furnace. And then stone smelter. So you just click on it and then it starts the queue basically. Okay, and then I'm assuming you put these on your bar like this. Huh? Okay. Okay. And then 4. Okay, so this is the furnace. I don't know if you need to rotate it in a certain way. I'm not sure. How do you rotate? R. Okay. And then the smelter, they said it goes on top. Like that. Okay. And then you put fuel into this. How do you... Oh, you right click. Okay. So you right click on the thing to interact with it. Okay. So then burnable total heat 25 kilojoules. Okay, you can't burn coal apparently, which is strange. I would have thought that you would be able to burn coal, but apparently not. Okay, so if we put wood in here. Okay, so it doesn't continually burn it. That's good. I don't like games where it continually consumes the resource without actually having any use for it. So that's nice. And then the smelter. I'm assuming you can just put any of it in, but we need copper. So what's a source of copper? So that gives aluminium. That gives copper. I think Cu is copper. If I'm not an idiot. Fe is iron, I think. That gives iron, that gives iron. I think we can take malachite and then we just put it in there, I think. It's really poor of this game to not have, a tutorial. Like seriously, I consider myself to be very adept at a lot of these types of games because I've played pretty much all of these types of games on the market, like Satisfactory and Tectonica and a whole bunch of other ones. So I would be able to understand these things much easier than someone who has never played these types of games. Someone who has never played these types of games will have no fucking idea what to do in this game. And that's not good because the developer is going to lose a lot of sales because of that. Like, someone is going to spend $15 on the game. They're going to install the game, they're gonna struggle with the game for 30 minutes, and then they're just gonna give up because they don't have any fucking idea what to do. And then they're gonna refund the game. So the developer really needs to add a tutorial to the game. The fact that the game has been on Steam for 6 years and it doesn't even have a tutorial yet is brutal. Like, that's seriously... A tutorial is one of the first things that I would work on if I were a developer. Like, it's not good that there's not a tutorial at all. So we can build another one, I think, by just like doing this, just literally placing another one, I think. No. No, you can't. Okay, so you have to actually do crafting of this again. So click, click. And then what's this stuff over here? Copper hand generator. Produces kinetic energy. Copper Stirling engine converts heat into kinetic energy. So that's like a generator. So I guess we can build one of those. Oh no, we need the stuff. Okay, so we need these first. Okay. I seriously hope this music isn't copyrighted, because this is exactly how copyrighted music sounds. Just those typical types of music that you can buy on many of the copyright music websites. Okay, so this one is still going through that. You can just basically put any of these in here. I'm not sure what will be the resulting stuff, but I guess we will see. This smelts much slower than this. So there's different smelting rates as well, apparently. Okay, so we've got a bunch of copper plates. Then we can, in order to make this, we need 2 of those and 2 of those. And then I did click twice. Why didn't it do it twice? Okay, a copper hand generator. I don't know why. Like, for what would that be used? I don't know. I guess we can craft one and see. Generates research points. Oh, okay. I guess we're gonna need one of those. Copper compact generator. Converts kinetic energy into electricity. Oh, okay. So these ones can generate kinetic, and then you transform the kinetic into electric, I guess. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to do a lot of guessing and assuming in this game, because there's no tutorial. Okay, so so this one will generate electricity. This one will consume electricity. So let's see. So this thing has a port on the back. Then this is a generator. I'm assuming you place the blue with the blue. And then this is a hand generator. How does this work? I'm assuming you crank it manually. Of course, I'm an expert at cranking it manually. Am I right, girls? Oh, right click. Or left click? Does left click work as well? No, left click doesn't work. Right click works. T. Action T. Oh, okay. So you can right click or you can press T. So what? How many times do I have to click? Is anything gonna happen? The weights went up. Then what then? I'm pressing T. I'm pressing right click. Do I need to do something over here? Oh, does it take a while? Okay, well, it's doing something. I'm not seeing anything moving or anything like that, but it's doing something. Maybe this will go down steadily, maybe? You need to keep an eye on that. Maybe like you take it all the way to the top, and then it basically has like stored the kinetic energy, and this will steadily go down while this is generating electricity. I'm not sure. I just have to assume. Okay, nothing selected. Okay, let's have a look over here. So what's this? Mineral scan, smelting. Scan. Okay, let's start research on that one. Then mineral scan, start research on that one, after that one. Okay, so it's already going. Source required. Oh yeah. You see, it went down. So my assumption was correct indeed. So this thing requires 1,000. Well, it requires 1 kilowatt. This thing. How much does this thing generate? 1 kilowatt. Okay, so it might not generate enough. Electricity drain 20 watt. Power input 200 watt. How does that make any sense? Power output, no data. That doesn't help me at all. Okay, well, we finished 2 researches already. The researches are actually going very quickly. Okay, metal work. Start research. Like, can you get the overview? No, you can't even zoom out. Electricity. Start research. Power generation. Start research. Can you move stuff around? No. You can't move stuff around. You have to cancel the one in order to get the other one. Okay, this one is done. So that generates ruby dust, iron plates. So I'm just thinking, like, I can maybe place down another computer. I'm not sure if that will increase the speed. I don't know how to split the electricity. I think I need cables, and I don't have access to cables right now. So I'm assuming that won't work. So I can make another one of these, I guess. Ah, copper cable. Conducts electricity. So how will that work? So let's try this. So if you can put a line. Ah, yes, that will actually work. Ah, you see. This game actually functions the same as another game that I played recently. What was the name of that game? I'm just going to Alt-Tab quickly, and the game is obviously going to run very, very, very slowly when you Alt-Tab. What's the name of that game? I played it again. Astro Colony. There it is, Astro Colony. This game actually works very much the same as Astro Colony. Like even this building right here is exactly the same as in Astro Colony. So I wonder if this developer has played Astro Colony yet. Okay, so if we put a bunch of generators here and connect it with cables, that will give us a lot of electricity. Where did we get 999 platforms from? Just out of nowhere. Okay, well, that's fine. I guess I won't complain about getting free shit. Game doesn't allow you to build, like, I want to build here to the left, but the game doesn't allow you to do that. So you can only build in a straight line, apparently. Which is better than placing a single block at a time, but still, it's not super ideal. Okay, so you can see this kinetic weight going down, down, down. So then I want to remove this one. How do we do that? Can you pick it up? How do you pick something up? Looking at all of the controls. Screwdriver? What does that do? Okay, well, I have no fucking idea what the screwdriver is supposed to do. Let's have a look at the controls quickly. Replace mode. Why? Why? No. Why? Ah, okay. That's how you do that. copper wire. So basically, do that. Then you can build like a couple more of those, probably more computers as well. These can only do 1 kilowatt, I believe, but let's have a look if perhaps you can do more, I'm not sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if we crank all of these, basically you need to either do a right click or T. So I'm basically doing both of them at the same time. Right click and T. Okay. So we've got a lot of kinetic energy. I'm not seeing anything happening. Yeah, resource required, so it's not getting the power. So am I doing something wrong? How does this actually work? Am I not doing something correctly over here? I was assuming that the cables would just like automatically connect, but apparently not. Info. Copper cable. Conducts electricity in one direction. So what if you do this? That doesn't seem to work. Okay, so you can have a look at the grid by right clicking on it, but like I say, there's nothing happening here. So it would seem that this doesn't work this way. Perhaps I just don't have the correct stuff currently. Okay, so that's fine. So even if I do this, for instance, like obviously rotating it doesn't do anything. And then if I just place it there, it doesn't do anything. There's no electricity at all. Yeah. So right now I can't connect stuff in series or parallel, whatever you want to call it, like this. So I basically have to do them one, like each one individually, basically. which is gonna be a pain in the ass. Let's have a look. So hand generator. How many computers did I build? I forgot. I just built one computer and then I need a generator as well, actually. And I need more plates. More plates, more dates. I'm not sure if these computers will do the same job. Like, okay, power generation. Power generation. Okay, so they will do the same job. Okay, that's fine. So the computers are synced with each other, basically. Okay, let's have a look. We are understanding the game more and more as we struggle through it. Obviously, I would have liked it if we weren't struggling, if it wasn't necessary for you to struggle, you know. That would have been nice, but anyway. Let's build a couple more of these. Wood, we probably need wood. How much wood does these have left? Quite a bit actually. But okay, we can just quickly collect some more wood. I still don't understand why some trees give... Like, holy shit, that one gave 33. It's the most we've gotten so far. And then that one gives 12. Like, it's just weird. And that one gave... Oh no, it's now counting up more. Oh, this one must give a lot. Oh, no, actually it gave relatively little. It seems the design or the size of a tree doesn't actually matter at all. The amount that a tree can give seems to be random. We have a new technology. I really like games that are voxel-based with like destructible environments. I really think it's a really underappreciated mechanic in games. And I like almost would not even consider Minecraft to be a voxel-based game, just because it's like the blocks, you know, like it's different from this, you know. Sure, you can dig down in Minecraft and you can like create your house underground, whatever you want to, you know. But in this and games like Tectonica, for instance, I've played a lot of Tectonica on my channel. I think I probably have around 30 or 40 hours of Tectonica on my channel. And also Enshrouded is also a voxel-based game that I would consider pretty good. Like in those games, like And this game as well. Like, the voxel-based is just, like, so much better than in a game like Minecraft. Like block-based games, I don't know. Even though they could probably still be considered as voxel, I just don't like that type of voxel-based. Voxel-based games that I would consider good are like this type of voxel-based, and then also Astro Colony, I think I said previously. That game is also voxel-based. I really like that type of world destruction, I guess I can say. Much more than a game like Minecraft. I've never been a fan of Minecraft, to be honest. Even though I probably should have been, because it came out probably when I was just out of high school. So it's very much a game of my generation, I guess. Even though the generation of children in today's day actually, I think, play the game a lot more and have adopted Minecraft a lot more than people of my generation. Even though I don't know. I know a lot of content creators that are around my age or like early 30s that play a lot of Minecraft. Like a stupid amount of Minecraft. So I don't know, maybe Minecraft is just one of the games that I never really adopted enough. And I like building games. I very much like building games. But yeah, Minecraft is just one of those that I never took a liking to, for whatever reason. Let's start another thing. How can I do another? Didn't I already do mineral scan? Why can I do mineral scan again? Because it's not showing that I did it already. Like how? Why? Why can I do it again? That doesn't make sense. Huh? Why can I do it again? That I don't understand. Also, I can already craft a chest, can't I? Oh, stone chest. I guess there's a difference between chest and stone chest. So I don't understand why can we do this research multiple times? So it already has unlocked all of those. I can already do all of those. I could already have done all of these. I could already have done this. So you're telling me that I did this research and these two researches for no reason whatsoever. That's stupid. Why do they allow you to do research on something that you've already researched? Like, this is what I'm talking talking about. After 6 years on Steam, the game shouldn't have issues and bugs like this. It really, really shouldn't. Like even this one. I obviously already have this one because it's a fucking computer that I'm literally using right now. So why do they even allow you to research it again? Really, really weird. Power generation. What's this one over here? So this one requires this over here. So we need that. So what's this? Basic machines. Grinds gravel. Turns plate to dust. Grinds gravel for further processing. Okay. So start research. How the hell do you make a circuit board out of a log? That doesn't make sense, but okay. Automation. Moves items between devices and conveyors. Okay, well, I would like to move fucking electricity. That's what I actually want to move. Triad. What the hell is a triad? Like, you're not getting any, explanation. That's really stupid. Like, I want like the storage, you know, electricity storage. I want that. Where's the electricity storage? So power generation. Separator. Electrolyzer. Furnace. Boiler. Electric engine. Battery box. Okay, that's still quite some time away, so yeah. We can't get that right now. Triad. What the fuck is a triad? Also, inventory upgrade doesn't tell you what inventory upgrade actually does. To speed up the process a little bit, we can build more computers. Which side goes where? I think it goes like this. That's what he said. There we go. Now we've got 5 computers providing 5 per second basically. So something like this will take 10 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds basically. So that's not too bad. I don't know how long these last. It might last like maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So basically you need to come back here every 2 minutes or 3 minutes in order to re-stack this thing. Okay, I guess we can just collect resources while our thing is running. Not really sure where we want to collect stuff. I wonder if the game has like fluid dynamics. So then you can dig a trench from one place to another place to displace the water. That'll be really nice. Like you can do in Minecraft basically. Minecraft has good fluid dynamics. Okay, well, I'm just getting dirt over here. We're probably gonna need a little bit more wood. Can't remember what this gives. Basically for right now, all that we really need is copper basically, but I mean, I might as well collect a little bit of everything. I don't understand why sometimes it like takes longer for the mining. I wonder how deep you can go. That's what she said. Can you go underwater? Apparently you can go underwater. Now the question is, can you like drown or anything like that? I'm not seeing an oxygen indicator or anything like that anywhere. So I guess the developer didn't really bother with oxygen, mechanics or anything like that. Wow, okay, so the developer didn't even bother with fluid mechanics at all. You can jump underwater. It's crazy. Okay, well, it's fine, I guess. It's unrealistic, but I mean, it's fine, you know. Like I said already, you can't really expect a giant amount of polish from an indie developer, like a solo developer. It's just the way things are. Okay, so that'll be smelting. We already have the furnace. Wow, 2000 for the resistor. Converts kinetic energy into heat energy. Okay, I don't know really what that would be used for. Ah, automatic mining. There we go. Deposits are meh and then nothing. Like you can't even read what it says over there. Deposits are meh, nothing. Item has output. Okay, so that's cool. So you can output your stuff into something, hopefully. Constructor. Steam pack. Doesn't even say what a steam pack does. Fantastic. I don't know what you would use plants for, but I guess we will see. Loader doesn't even say what loader does, but okay. We can set up a couple more computers, maybe. Consumes kinetic energy. So for those, you will also require the kinetic either the hand generator or the other one, Stirling engine. But the Stirling engine is going to consume logs, which I don't really want to waste on something that I can just crank myself. That's what he said. So let's just do the hand crank then, I guess. So get a bunch of them. Guess we can craft one of these to see what it will do. So that stone furnace generates 1 kilowatt, whereas the copper furnace generates 2 kilowatt. So you will smelt faster. So this one can smelt copper, glass, and gold. This one can smelt copper, glass, and gold. So they're the same. So why would you use a copper smelter instead of a stone smelter? I don't see any advantage. So the copper furnace will give more heat, but like right now, I don't know. Like, does it give more heat from the same amount of fuel? That's the question. Let's have a look quickly. Because if it doesn't give more heat for the same amount of fuel, then why would you want to even do that? So let's replace this one. And then I guess we also have to replace the top, maybe? I'm not sure. So it uses about a little bit more than 1 per second percentage. You see, this one is slower. Yeah. So this one consumes the wood faster. So that would be the issue. So you see, this one consumes 800. This one consumes 400. So what if you put the normal smelter on this one? I wonder. Let's have a look. So what if I take the normal smelter and I put it on that one with the copper base? So it consumes 400. This one generates 2000. Ah, okay, so you see. So we might actually be able to be a little bit more efficient. Even though you're not really losing anything. The copper smelter consumes double, but it also uses double in the production. So you're not really losing anything. Except with this. With this you are losing something. Because here you're getting 2000, as far as if I have it correct, you're getting 2000 kilowatt constantly out of a log, whereas here you're only getting 1000 kilowatt constantly out of a log. But I think the log still only gives 25,000 kilowatt, which is 25 kilojoules, whatever it is. So I think this one will actually burn the log slower than this one. if I have it correct. Should actually compare this one. So that one goes pretty quickly. This one goes at the same speed. This one counts like once per second, basically. This one counts faster than once per second. So yeah, I think it's still, the log will give 25,000 kilowatts or whatever. So that you don't get more fuel is basically what I'm trying to say. You're just getting fuel faster using the copper smelter. So you're able to utilize the fuel faster, basically. So there's not really a benefit to using the higher level smelters except in time. If time is of the essence, then by all means you can use the faster ones. What do you actually get out of these? Get carbon. Coal. Okay. Oh, you actually get 40,000 kilojoules. Well, 40,000 kilowatt out of that. It's more efficient, almost twice as efficient as wood. Okay, that's interesting. Turns heat and water into steam. Converts electricity into kinetic energy. How does that work? What does it use to generate electricity? That's the question. What's the electricity generation? Oh, this one has a lot of kinetic energy, holy crap. And then electric furnace, that'll be nice. I don't know why they don't allow you to like build a big square, you know? Like you have to do this constantly. That's really irritating. Hey, that one was built underground for some stupid reason. Seriously takes way longer than what it should if you were just able or given the option to, you know, create a block instead of doing it line by line, which is really irritating. Okay, we can put a couple more computers here. Maybe like 4 more computers, and then we need 4 more of those, and then 4 more crank generators. We're also gonna need miners, which means we're gonna need more hand generators, because every miner is gonna need a hand generator, which means, oh yeah, consumes kinetic energy, so you don't need electricity for those. That's fine. I still have no idea what this does. A triad, no idea. So let's place 4 computers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we can go place a couple of mines. So how does this one work? place it on top of it or what? Like that. Well, it's working. Consumption 1 kilowatt. How much do these generate? No data. Fantastic. So I don't know how much they generate, but anyway, they're supporting this thing. Okay. So that's fine. That will work. So this is, what's this, bauxite? Yes, bauxite. Okay. What else? What's this? I think this one was also over there, but I mean, I guess it's fine. We can place another one over here. It's not the end of the world. Just placing these, it's a little bit funky. Like it doesn't feel good. Not natural. Like you see, it's floating in the air a little bit, like that's not normal. Okay. Malachite. Yeah, these probably take around 3 minutes maybe to go down again. Map. Oh, the map actually shows us. Okay, so there's 2 over there. not super fast. It's like 1 every 10 seconds, more or less. It's pretty slow. But what you can do actually, and maybe we should do that, is take conveyor belt. Because the game actually does have conveyor belts, even though... Did I research it yet? I don't think I've researched it yet. But you can take a conveyor belt and then you can obviously put all of your stuff together, or take all of your stuff to the same place. It's actually that one over there I need because it's copper. What is it in the water? Ah. So I can take a conveyor belt from here. I think I just need to research it. Already 50, not bad. It definitely in the long run will give me a lot of ore. With all of these running, and once I set up the conveyor belts and multiple mines, then we will be swimming in ore. Where's the belts? Belts. Nope. Didn't I already? I mean, I've done stuff like automation, but where's the belts then? I must have already gotten that. Belts. There, conveyor. Oh, they didn't even bother putting belt in the bloody name. Okay. Well, copper conveyor, that's fine. Do you only get 1 for 2 plates? Holy balls, you only get 1 for 2 plates, so it's very expensive. 2 plates per conveyor. That's stupidly expensive. I wonder what's the difference between a blast furnace and the stone furnace. So this one, I wonder if this one will make better. Oh, but that's steel. I only have iron. Okay, so we need to make steel in order to make those. And then for that we need glass, I think. Okay. A copper blast furnace, let's have a look. Oh, this is a big boy. So what, do you need to fill it with wood or what? It says for smelting steel. But otherwise than that it doesn't say anything. So can we put wood in there? No, we can't. Coal? No, we can't. Plates? Okay, you can put plates in there. What else? I'm just clicking on everything to see if it will go in. Nope, none of this wants to go in. So how am I supposed to figure out what this thing even does? Like, how difficult is it for the developer just to tell you a little bit? Ah, there we go. Oh, okay, coke. And then plates. So coke and plates. Do I have coke? I have coal, I think. Coal? Didn't I get coal over here? Yeah, that's coal. That's not coke. Or coal. Yeah, it doesn't want to take coal. So in order to get coke, we need a copper oven. That consumes heat energy. Also build a constructor and see what that does. I'm not sure. Okay, so you can make a whole bunch of stuff with this. We can make circuit boards, or circuits at least. Okay. Oh, and we need to... Okay, this one has an input. I don't know what the input is for. Okay, so do you want wood? No. Coal dust, coal ore, gravel, log. Well, I did put a log in, but you're not accepting it apparently. Organics, coal. I did put a log in, but why are you not accepting it? Resource required. Huh? What resource? Consumes heat energy. So what do you want? Heat energy from a secondary source? Is that what you're telling me? How am I supposed to make more heat? Furnace produces heat. It doesn't have an output, I think. Correct? I don't see an output here anywhere. Unless you can remove this one at the top, maybe? Is that what you're supposed to do? So, stone furnace, copper furnace. Yeah, copper furnace is the best that I have right now. So if we take a copper furnace and then place it here, and then take the heat pipes. I'm just assuming this is what you have to do. Like that. Is that what you want? Well, it's not connected over there. And it's not consuming the resource. So what am I doing wrong? Don't understand. I don't... I mean, you can't put it in at the top, can you? Because, I mean, what is that entrance over there for? You see, that's not looking as if it's connected either. It has to be over here, but it's not... not taking it. You see, like, I don't understand. The game really does an abysmal job of explaining anything. I mean, it doesn't explain anything. Let me put it that way. It never mind not doing a good job of explaining. It just doesn't do any job. It just doesn't explain anything for you. And the game doesn't have a tutorial, which makes your life really unnecessarily difficult. And then things like this, which should be a little bit self-explanatory, that should just function correctly, unfortunately doesn't function correctly. So the game doesn't work in a smooth and logical way, you know. I mean, this isn't the only thing. There's also the electricity, which I haven't figured out yet. I tried to connect the electricity exactly the same way as what it works in a game like Astro Colony, for instance. So you basically connect like this, and then you have your electricity producer over here and your electricity consumer over here, or anywhere along the line. It should work, and yet it doesn't work, you know? So I really don't know what the issue is. Like, for instance, in this interaction now, I'm building the heat pipes in the way that I think the game should function, and it's not working. And the game doesn't tell you anything. So the game has no tutorial, as I already said, and because it doesn't have a tutorial, how are you supposed to figure out how this interaction works? Like, I don't know how the developer expects people to play his game and understand what's going on, because the game doesn't function like other games, clearly, as I already explained, with the electricity and the heat and a couple of other things as well. The game doesn't function the way you would expect the game to function. You would expect you to only just have to put a pipe over here, but it doesn't function that way. The game doesn't work that way. So that is why a tutorial is very important to explain the mechanics, because the mechanics aren't normal, they're not logical. So if you're gonna have mechanics and stuff like that that aren't normal, then you have to have explanations. And unfortunately, this game doesn't. And I consider myself to be good at these types of games because I've played pretty much every type of this game under the sun. like Subnautica and Tectonica and Astrometica and Astro Colony and what's the other one that I mentioned previously? Enshrouded, and a whole bunch of other ones as well. And yeah, I if I can't figure it out, then it's a sign that the game really is not user friendly. Which, like I said, you could get past if the game had a tutorial or any information whatsoever, really, but the game just doesn't. So, like, I like the game until you hit a brick fucking wall, as I have now, you know? Because I now have reached the stage where some buildings require a constant amount of heat or a constant amount of electricity, whatever, and I can't do that because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to supply my buildings with heat or electricity. So I've basically reached an impasse. So I want to play the game more. I want to enjoy the game, but the developer unfortunately makes it very difficult for me to do that. And the game also has several bugs, which we've already seen. Stuff like the fact that you can research stuff multiple times. Like, this is already researched, and then boom, there we researched it again. Like, that doesn't make sense. Why can you research stuff multiple times? And the myriad of other bugs that we've also encountered so far. So, and also a lot of the stuff doesn't have any description whatsoever. Like, no description whatsoever. Like, a triode. What the fuck is a triode? And you don't get any description on it at all. So, yeah, like, I want to enjoy the game. I did enjoy the game at the beginning, but constantly having to figure stuff out, constantly bashing your fucking head against the mechanics of the game and stuff like that, it's not fun, you know? The game would have been a lot more enjoyable and playable if the game had a tutorial. So I'm a little bit disappointed that after 6 years that the game has been in early access, the game is so not user friendly. But that's easily fixable, in my opinion. The developer just needs to add a tutorial to the game and a bunch of other quality of life features, like, for instance, very simple stuff that I would consider very basic, such as these quests over here. You should just be able to pin these quests to your screen, you know, while playing the game. You should be able to see the steps of the quests that the developer wants you to follow, basically, because those will put you on a path to discovering various things like steel smelting and whatever else, but like, obviously it's not a tutorial. It's just like a guide, a little bit of a guide, like quests, basically. So the fact that you can't pin that is bad, and then also you need a tutorial on top of that. All of the bugs, there's no game-breaking bugs so far from what I can see, just a couple of different bugs that are irritating. But the game runs nicely. I mean, the game looks okay, and the game runs nicely, which is good. Yeah, I just really would like to see a tutorial being added to the game. Tooltips to many of the things which are just completely missing tooltips. The bugs like being able to research things infinitely, repeatedly is not good. You know, stuff like that. I don't want to say that I think the game would be good in another 6 years, you know. I think this game could be good if the game just if the developer just added like a tutorial and fixed the bugs. And then already I could totally see myself playing this game for 10 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours, you know, however long it takes to basically explore the entire game. Like, the map doesn't seem very big, I have to be honest with you. Like, it doesn't seem very big. I mean, it takes me 10 seconds to run over to that water over there. So you should be able to run through the entire map from one side of the map to another side of the map in a very short amount of time. I actually am a little bit curious. What happens if you reach the edge of the map? Let's have a look quickly. Obviously, the game is not going to be like Minecraft, for instance, which is just infinite, you know, where the map just continues infinitely. I really don't think the game would be like that. It's probably just water at the edge, I'm assuming. I don't know. Maybe this developer can surprise me. Maybe the developer did indeed make the game like Minecraft. That would be extremely surprising. So let's have a look. So there's, okay, so let's use that water over there as a marking point. So that little water over there. I don't want to necessarily jump into the water. Let's just run over here. I also think the movement speed is a little bit too slow. I would like to be able to move a little bit faster, but I did see a jetpack. So the game does have a jetpack, even though the jetpack probably just allows you to go up and down. It probably doesn't increase your speed, but I don't know. What's this? Coal. Okay. And what's this over here? Malachite, or what's this? Thorianite. Okay. And let's have a look. Wow. Okay. That's actually a little bit surprising. Because it does seem, even though we are just seeing water over there, the game does actually seemingly function the same way as what Minecraft does. So it seems to continually generate land. Oh yeah, and the fact that the game has no fluid dynamics and you can just jump underwater like normal is a little bit strange. I think the developer should do something about that, but it's not the end of the world, obviously. It doesn't really affect the game, it just affects your perception of reality inside the game, you know? But that's something that I would like to see added to the game. And yeah, it looks like the game just continues to generate more of the game world, which is very surprising. I like that. I like that a lot. Like, look at that. It will just continue generating blocks. That's nice. I like that a lot. That dramatically improves the amount of playability, replayability, and content which the game could possibly offer. So that's really nice. I like that a lot. That's very surprising. I was not expecting the game to have the ability to do that, to just continue to generate blocks like that. That's very surprising. So yeah, for $15, it's a difficult one. I always consider my recommendation based on fun. Is the game fun? It doesn't matter if the game is free or if it costs $50 or $100. If the game isn't fun, then I can't recommend the game. This game isn't fun for me right now because I can't progress anymore. I don't have the ability or the knowledge to progress anymore. So automatically, the game isn't fun for me right now. If you can't progress, you can't play the game, which means you can't have fun. So simply based on that, I can't recommend the game right now. Once the developer perhaps adds a tutorial, adds a little bit of guidance, explains the various mechanics in the game to the player, such as the heat transfer mechanic, the electricity mechanic, the kinetic mechanic, because that's not very self-explanatory at all. I understood it very quickly because, like I say, I've played many of these types of games, assembly line type games, where you use one thing to generate something into another thing to generate something into another thing, and so on and so forth. I mean, if you look at a game like Subnautica, Satisfactory, for instance, and Tectonica as well, you can have lines that are 10 units long, 10 buildings long, So that concept was easy for me to grasp, but for other people and people who haven't played these types of games before, they will definitely struggle. Even something as basic as this thing where you have a heat generator and a heat consumer, you have to understand that you have to place the one building on top of the other building. I did that very easily, I did that instinctually, but someone who hasn't played any of these games will really need a tutorial to explain these kinds of things to them. And yeah, like I say, I can't progress with the game any further because I don't understand this mechanic, and there's no way how I am going to spend 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour or more fucking around in the game trying to understand one concept as simple as heat transfer. The game should do it. The game should explain it to you. And then electricity transfer as well is another concept which I don't understand currently. So yeah, it's not fun playing a game and not understanding the game. So like I say, I think the game has a lot of potential, but the fact that after 6 years the developer hasn't added a tutorial to the game yet, and the game has many bugs, we already discovered about 4 or 5 bugs in the game already. The fact that the game has that many bugs after 6 years, it's not good. And yeah, tutorial, the game really really needs a fucking tutorial after 6 years, you know? So, currently, I can't recommend the game because the game isn't fun. But I can tell you, if the developer just added a tutorial, usable, playable, uh, good, all-encompassing tutorial, then I would probably be able to recommend the game for $15. It's not a lot of money, and I think the game has a lot of playability and replayability. And then obviously, eventually, down the line, if the developer perhaps was able to add multiplayer, I don't think the game currently has multiplayer. Oh yeah, and then also multiple save states. I don't think the game has multiple save states. Let's quickly have a look. So exit to main menu. Load map. Oh, okay. So the game does have multiple save states. So that's good. That's fine. That's the way that it should be. And then, yeah, multiplayer. The game doesn't have multiplayer right now. I don't know what this is over here. There's a bunch of bugs over here. I don't know. And then the game does have modding. I did see a couple of mods on the Steam workshop. So the game does have modding, which is nice. But yeah, the game should not show the names over here because that could lead to doxing. So the developer should really not put the names over here. Fortunately, I learned long ago to not use my name in my computer on any level. But this shouldn't be here. So please, developer, remove that. The names of the files of your computer and the hard drive names and stuff like that should not be visible. So yeah, perhaps down the line, if the developer adds a tutorial and fixes the bugs, I could then recommend the game and add some fucking menu music because the game doesn't have any menu music right now. Then I could recommend the game for $15, but currently without the tutorial, I can't recommend the game for $15. And then I think the game does have potential, and then especially if the developer is able to add multiplayer, I think this game could be a real banger, like really. Multiplayer almost always makes a game better, and it obviously appeals more to players who like multiplayer for the same reason why you would want to play multiplayer in Minecraft, for instance. So I definitely think the developer will only benefit from adding multiplayer to the game, definitely. So yeah, unfortunately I can't recommend the game, but I will check the game out again, I don't know, maybe in a year or so, I don't know. I will keep an eye on the game. I usually will do an early access review as I am now during early access, and then again when the game releases, like then I will do a full release review of the game. But I don't think this game will release anytime soon, considering that it has been in early access for 6 years. So I can't really say that I will do a review, quote unquote, soon, you know, of the full version of the game, because I don't know when the full version of the game will be. But I don't know. We will see. I will keep my eye on the game. I definitely think the game has potential in the future. It's also cool that there's trains. So it seems that the game does perhaps have some form of a vehicle system in the game, or at least just like trains, like what Satisfactory has. Satisfactory has trains and a couple of other transport mediums as well. So it's cool that the game has a train system, seemingly. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time.